What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank you all so much for joining me for this being my Thursday night, 8 p.m. live hot topics and social commentary show. I'm so glad that you guys have decided to join me for this particular recording. Jennifer should be on her way. I just texted her, so I'm sure she'll be here momentarily. But let's get into this video. But before we get there, hey, Jennifer, before we get there, a couple things I want y'all to do before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big white subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. Takes less than a second to mash that thing, y'all. So why don't you go ahead and mash it for a brother? Also, be sure to press the thumbs up button. Let me know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my channel. Ooh, excuse me. Be sure to press to leave a comment on the various topics that we're discussing on tonight. What are your thoughts on what we're talking about? Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody know JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. Quick announcement. I will start reviewing Survivor 50. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm pretty sure I'll do the most recent episode that came out yesterday. I'll probably put that out either tomorrow or before the end of the weekend. But I will start reviewing Survivor 50. It is a great season thus far. Although Kyle was taken out of the game due to an Achilles heel injury on the first episode, but we still got Q. We still got Sari. We still got a whole bunch of other people that I am rooting for. So we'll see what happens as the season goes on. Genesita has joined me. How are you, my love?
Hello, hello. I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So first thing I wanted to get out of the way, because I just wanted to hit it and quit it real quick. So the U.S. did attack Iran this past week. Have also been six, I believe, six different service members. I believe they were. I'm not sure if they're from the Army, the Marines, the Navy, whatever branch of the military they were a part of, who have passed away. And it seems as though the media is focusing more on those who lost their lives than actually what came out of the attack on Iran. And the White House is not too happy about that. I heard them talking about it on The View today. It's been interesting to see Elizabeth Hasselbeck back on The View. She's clearly the Republican talking head for the show. So it was really interesting to see the dynamic there. And what I also noticed is that every time Sunny Hostin says something, the audience always claps. I don't know if that's by nature or but I just find that to be very interesting. But she does seem to have a great point of view on things. So, I don't blame them for clapping for every time that she speaks. But to be honest, like it seems like they're trying to push the narrative that they attacked Iran because they felt as though Iran was preparing an attack on another country. I don't know if it was an attack on the US specifically, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it was last year where they said that they had completely disarmed Iran. So I don't know where the correlation is, what's happening. I don't know what's going on with that whatsoever. I don't know if you have more information on that, Jennifer, but when people lose their lives in the heat of battle, hey
Hey
Bianca,
y'all.
when people lose their lives in the heat of the battle, I do think it is important for us to recognize those who have put their lives out on the line for our freedom. So I see no issue with that. Every time that it happens, it's always front page news. So again, I get why the Trump administration would not be happy with us focusing on those who have lost their lives, but there are people who lost their lives in the heat of battle. So why would we not focus on that? I think it might be because a lot of people are not okay with us attacking Iran. Again, it came out of nowhere for me. I still don't understand why they did it. I'm not sure if Jennifer or Bianca have more information on that. So, Jennifer, have you heard of this? I'm sure you have. And what are your thoughts? And do you know why it is that they decided to do that? Once again, without putting it past or putting up to Congress to vote on it, Trump just did it anyways. But go ahead, Jennifer.
I'm going to say no, no, and no to all of it. I
Okay.
refuse. I'm not going to get into that. And for just from what little bit I heard from you, I'm not surprised at all how they want the media to perceive things versus how they really are or what it really looks like. It's certainly
Right.
I'm not surprised, but it's that's though I live in America, that's none of my business. And people outside of America know that's none of our business because that man is choosing to do whatever he wants to do. I'm just here to see what's going to happen. and that's just what it is. Miss Kim is here, y'all. Hey, Miss Kim.
What's going on, Miss Kim? Greetings and salutations, my love. So glad that you're here with us.
She says, "Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Jen," and she also said, "Iran is straight smoking us." And I'm hearing that too. If you would like to have deeper, further thoughts about things of like that, my husband Tyrone McCullum of Vibrations has gone deep into those things, and I'm sure he'll go even deeper in the future. Miss Kim says Sunny Holston comes in with facts, and
She does.
I believe that's why she gets so many hand claps and stuff like that, because she brings in, the opinion that a lot of us agree with. And Unveiled Vibration says, "Hey, hey, hey, JBJ."
What's going on, Tyrone? Bianca, have you heard of this attack and any thoughts on it at all?
Yeah, I've heard of the attack. I don't know what they expected people to think about it.
Right.
Because it came out of nowhere, and they know how people feel about Iran. So it's like it came out of nowhere, and y'all expect everybody to just be all hunky dory about it. No, that's not happening. So I just don't get it. And the people who's out here acting the fool on behalf of Crump, that's expected. Anybody who accepts him and follows him and thinks he's an amazing leader, we know it's a little something off with him. So it's expected for them to be acting like this. Just stupid.
It is. It absolutely is.
Yeah,
So.
I've even heard somebody say Trump is the closest thing to Jesus. I was like, you know what? That tracks. Okay.
And that goes into the whole thing that people are thinking that Trump supporters are in a cult, because that's what it smells like. It smells like a cult, and it is what it is. But anyways,
he should have known. One more thing, he should have known that it was a bad move, because it's so many of our soldiers, our Marines, that's getting locked up because they refuse. So we are losing so many of our people in the battle in the first place, just because y'all mad at them, don't want to do what's right, and lock them up. So of course we're going to be getting smoked, because half of the people aren't going for it. They're just not. Like when that councilman or somebody broke the Marine's hand in court, like, come on. So y'all broke his hand and y'all finna put him in jail.
Wow.
I can't.
And to piggyback off of what you said, Bianca, about these Marines who are refusing illegal orders, the six people from Congress who made that video a couple of months ago, urging service members to not follow illegal orders. The DOJ tried to bring charges up against all six of them, and a grand jury rejected the charges. So shout out to that grand jury.
Miss Kim says, "Y'all got to have me on it as a guest commentator one day." Shameless plug.
Whenever you want to come on, Miss Kim, the door is open. Wide open, honey.
She also says, "This isn't our war. I'm saddened and angry about the lives lost. I can only offer prayers for the friends and family." Yeah. I certainly agree with that.
Absolutely. And before we get to the next subject, I did want to shout out the SAG Awards took place this past week as well. Sinners did win for Best Cast, and which I think they should have that category in the Oscars as well, because casting is a great thing, and I think it also gives other actors who may not be recognized individually to have recognition as well. And Michael B. Jordan won Best Male Actor in a Leading Role at the SAGs as well. So shout out to Michael B. Jordan. And Viola Davis was so happy when she revealed his name as the winner. Absolutely. So I was so happy to see that. So going right along in the political realm, again, we won't spend too much time on this, but I did want to mention that Candace Owens seems to be on a mission to come up against Erica Kirk. She has a series going on her YouTube channel right now called The Bride of Charlie. And she is pushing a narrative that makes it seem as though Erica might have had something to do with his untimely death.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And I only saw a clip of it, but she's got, like, I think when I last looked at her YouTube page, she's got 6 episodes of this, and these episodes are at least 45 minutes long. So she's doing a deep dive into, I guess, what she sees as evidence that Erica might have had something to do with his death. The fact that she did not seem to be grieving in any way, shape, or form, at least not from my perspective. I didn't see sadness necessarily. I did see the video that she put out right after it happened. That might be the most grief that I've ever seen out of her. But right after that, she's been making so much money off of his death. Of course, she is now the CEO of Turning Point USA. And a lot of people have questioned whether Candace had a relationship with Charlie or not, with the way that she is going so hard on Erica. I don't know how much how much I want to put behind that particular allegation. It wouldn't surprise me if that were the case. I don't want that to be the case. But if it were the case, so be it. Jennifer, have you heard anything about this series? And do you have any thoughts as to the validity of these claims that Candace is making towards Erica Kirk?
Well, I personally think, but before Candace even said anything, it does feel like that could be the truth,
Right.
especially from just the performances that she put on and the picture of her holding that mannequin hand. Okay. What was that, Bianca? I unmuted you.
Oh, okay. The same color as Trump neck.
Right.
And then, her having the moment like, I forgive you.
I forgive him. Girl.
And those are and then, like, hearing meetings of
I know
her
you
saying, I know he has gone to glory, or I know he's dead. I know it sounds insensitive or whatever, but the merch is climbing. We're really.
Yes. She don't seem to be sad at all to me.
And it's like she's not doing a good job of being an actress at all. She's not. She's either she's not trying, or she just has too much joy that things are going her way right now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Absolutely. So much joy, Jennifer. So much
Yeah.
joy.
And that's really bothersome to me. As far as Candace, I'm still not going to give her any of my views, but I'm absolutely going to look at the clips that other people put up of it. I am down with the takedown.
Right.
Because I believe with her being exposed, everybody that was behind her would be exposed as well.
Mm-hmm.
And because, of course, there's no way that Erica Kirk allegedly did that by herself. There
Right.
had to be a whole situation, and she was just complicit in it.
Mm-hmm.
As far as Candace having a relationship with him, I don't think so. I
Okay.
really do believe that they were good friends because, both of them being married and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was actually working with Turning Point for a long time.
Okay.
The vengeance part, in my opinion, is based upon Erica Kirk trying to push Candace out.
Okay. Okay.
I do believe they were just friends, but
Okay.
from clips that I've seen elsewhere, she did explain how she was basically being pushed out by Erica while she had actually had a friendship with Charlie.
Yikes. A little bit of jealousy going on there. That's what I'm thinking it might be, but who
Yeah,
knows?
no, I don't even think it's jealousy. I think it's talking points and the way they're being seen and directions that they're going, because
Mm-hmm.
there was at one point there were some people that were funding them that didn't align with what Charlie originally was talking about. And she was
Okay.
like, huh? And when I say she, Candace was like, huh? You getting money from who? You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
yeah, just looking weird. Um, let me do these things. Hold on.
Holden, we
Tyrone
Holden.
says, "Can I get my mic back on the special occasions?" Yeah, sure. You could. Oh, let me shut up. It's not my show.
Absolutely, Tyrone. You're welcome also.
Um, Miss Kim says, "Not our Jesus, hair like wool, feet of clay, bronze skin. Not that Jesus."
Come
Okay.
on.
Come on, brown skin.
Okay. Miss Kim says, "Thanks to you, Jonathan."
You're welcome.
Above Vibration says, "Miss Kim, that's right. 100% black folks stay inside no matter how bad it gets outside."
Mm,
Miss Kim says, "I need Viola's skincare routine. Skin is
okay.
flawless, honey." Okay. I'm thinking more likely that's just money. Anyway,
Could be. Could be.
who knows? Miss Kim says, "Candace better be quiet. She saw what happened to CK."
Okay.
True, but even if I think she's about to put out a lot of stuff. Because you know when people start clocking things,
Hmm.
I'm sure there's a lot of people sending her a lot of information, sending her
Right.
a lot of situation, a lot of information. People that truly believe in Charlie Kirk and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I think she's gonna have all that information out there. And yeah, Unveiled Vibration says, y'all, I can't wait to see what is going to come out around Easter with Candace Owens and Miss Thang. Ooh,
Oh, not Miss Thang.
mm. Tyrell said Cankle administration.
Right.
Miss Kim says, "If my husband was unalive in public as his widow, I promise you wouldn't see or hear from me for a long time."
Okay. Allow me to grieve in peace, honey.
Not doing press conferences.
Right. Bianca, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Do you think Candace has an actual case on her hands? Because I saw the beginning of one of the videos and she said that Erica needs to be in prison.
I'm sure she got smoke.
Hmm.
I'm sure she has a lot of smoke. And the one thing about her is, from her and him being as close as they were, she coming for that net.
Right.
And we also don't know, because I mean, you know, it was a lot of speculation around what happened, but we
Hmm.
also don't know what the real narrative is, right? So we
Right.
got to also think about what backhand conversations were had
Hmm.
to make her think, oh, I know this has happened because he said such and such, such and such, such and such, and he was worried about such and such, such and such. I'm putting the pieces together, and then, like Jen said, as people start giving little tidbits and more, she probably was like, okay, so I know now exactly what happened, and I'm
Hmm.
finna tell it.
And
I'm
you
I'm
know,
gonna
telling.
listen.
she out here showing receipts. She got text messages, emails, and all that stuff. Like,
Right. Child.
what
It's not.
bothers me about Erica is how like she be having all that that eye makeup, and
Girl.
when she did a interview, she said, "What do you say to people that are, questioning, your loyalties and the things it's doing?" Basically, talk about Candace, and she's like,
Mm,
"Stop." She
yeah.
don't have nothing to say. She just said,
Hmm.
"Stop, Jonathan."
Wow.
P.S. I need to get this tooth taken out now.
Ooh,
Mm.
it's the pain is not as bad as it was before you got the antibiotics, is it?
It's not, but still, it hurts.
I get
Yeah.
it. I get it. Next week, girl.
Pressure
Next
to go
week.
there.
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Oh, okay. All right. So not too much longer. What, 5 days? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, 5 days. All right. Any more comments before we move on, Jennifer? We getting through this
No.
thing fast. Okay. So I saw a clip of an interview that Mr. Matthew Knowles was doing. Um, you did too, Jennifer. And so the discussion was, or the topic of discussion rather, was Destiny's Child. And the interviewer brought up Tina Knowles. And he said that it was a joint venture. It was a collaboration between Matthew and Tina to get these girls on the map. And then Matthew followed up with a question, well, what did Tina do? Yikes. So the interviewer went on to say, well, she did their hair. And Matthew was like, oh, yeah, yeah, she was there with the styling and all that good stuff. And, and then the interview said it was a collaborative effort. And Matthew went on to stand up and leave the interview. And then I saw another interview today where Matthew was trying to clean things up. And his point was the interviewer was trying to limit Tina's contribution to Destiny's Child to only the hair. And Matthew was saying she did so much more than the hair. She did their styling. She came up with the name, this, and that, and the other. But when I look at the original interview, it was literally the words, so it was a collaborative effort with you guys. And that's when Matthew got up and walked out. He was very respectful. He didn't blow up, he didn't curse, he didn't do any of that, any of that ratchetness or whatever. But there seems to be some bad blood between Matthew and Miss Knowles. And I think it's very obvious. And for someone who is known for media training, someone who's known for, I think it was the Scorpion show that said the Matthew Knowles media training or School of Media Training or whatever the case might be. So I would think that he would know better than to have that reaction. And if your point of leaving the interview was only him relegating Tina to the hair of Destiny's Child, why didn't he make that clear before he got up and walked out of the interview? So it's clear to me, or it's seemingly clear to me rather, that Matthew has some resentment against Miss Tina Knowles and doesn't want her to get any of the credit, because when he asked, well, what did she do? That tells me everything I need to know about what you feel about that woman. So it ain't looking good for Mr. Matthew Knowles. Bianca, did you see this clip at all? Or, just based off of what I said, what are your thoughts? What do you think is going on?
I wish, you know what, it ain't our business. But if he's going to keep responding like this against this lady, he ain't gave us nothing or no reason to see why he hate her so much. Right. So if you're going to keep acting like this, at least give some context to what. I mean, it ain't got to be the dirtiest, the grimiest. You don't even have to tell exactly what it was that happened. But give us something, because right now, you looking foolish. Mm-hmm. Ain't no point in going around interviewing, knowing she's a part of their life, still part of their life. Clothing line was named after her, everything. So it's like, she is going to come up just as much as he does. Mm-hmm. So are you saying because you stopped being their manager or whatever happened with you, that you just jumped off the bandwagon and you're irrelevant now? So stop. If you're going to keep doing interviews and you're going to keep talking about the situation, give us something, or just gracefully go around it like everybody else do and keep it moving.
Absolutely. Genesita, your thoughts?
It's certainly clear that as we get older as human beings, our toleration gets finer and finer. If he truly felt like it was, if he truly felt like there was contribution from Miss Tina Knowles, he would have named the contribution right then and there. Because for him just to be upset, oh, he's just saying that it's just hair and makeup, then no, you clarify and rectify so that not only this person but anybody else that hears it, afterwards will be able to have an understanding.
He knows better than anyone what her contributions were.
Huh?
He knows better than anyone what her contributions were.
Exactly. But it's apparent that he does not believe that her contributions contributed as much as his contributions. But to be honest, I believe she had the best contributions, because let's be real, Mama was there.
Okay.
And Mama was mama to all of them. Mm-hmm. Or treated them well.
Yes.
And to say that, like, I'm sure there was business things, the business side of things that he had to really spearhead, but you won't have no business if it's not for the person that's making sure the business people, the Beyonce's, Michelle, Latavia, all them, Latavia Latoya,
Right.
and I said Michelle. Did I say Kelly? Kelly. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
Kelly.
missing.
Mhm.
Them five, because we don't count Farrah,
We don't.
and never will. Um,
Never.
but I believe she was certainly in the background, being a good black woman to those black girls, being in all these Caucasian spaces or spaces that are not good for 15 to 21-year-olds. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
She had a lot to do with it, and I believe if she wasn't in on it, I don't believe that Matthew Knowles would have well-adjusted talent to manage.
Right. When I tell you, like, although a lot of people, I won't say a lot of people, but some people didn't necessarily care for Justin for their first two albums. For me, that was my favorite. Like, my favorite outfits were the Bills outfits. Those pink outfits, and then the zebra print, and then the blue ones at the it. Like, I loved their wardrobe when they first came out. Loved it. Loved it. But it is what it is. But Tina was very influential in all of their lives. And so,
But she's not only influential in their lives and in their clothing, but people been taking from, her stylings
mhm,
of them girls. Like, she made them cohesive, but instead of them wearing the same thing, they're wearing, have that little individuality quirk in it.
right,
And also there are other girl groups that came after them is doing this same thing because it looks good. We're
right,
cohesive, but there's still individuality with each person. So she did some revolutionary stuff with Destiny's Child, and people now in K-pop, everybody and their mama wearing clothes like that. Now, though people, though the industry was saying, oh, they look country and stuff like that. Well, shoot, we from the country. What you want us to do?
right. Houston, Texas, girl, born
Baby.
and raised. What you mean? Like, just to have Latavia always in the skirts, Beyonce in the skirt or the skirt, Latoya and Kelly typically in long pants. Like, I love that. I was obsessed with it growing up. So, it is what it is. But anyways, any comments before we move on, Jennifer?
My comment is, I'm going to take this tooth out myself.
Oh no.
I'm gonna do it. No. Alpha Vibration says, saying, tell it on the mountain over the hills. Oh, well, yeah. He also says, dang, mad Matt. Shaking my head. Tell him why you mad, man. Oh, man.
Absolutely. Jennifer, when you mentioned Farrah, it just took me back to that show that she was on with that girl from 3LW. I can't remember what her
Oh,
name
yeah.
was.
Keely.
And she Keely, yeah. And she decided to do a little acapella of Say My Name.
Say my name, say my name.
She thought she was doing something. And then when you said you was going to take the tooth out yourself, it just brought me back to Hug taking Quinn's tooth out.
Anyway,
Anyways.
Miss Kim says, Matthew is the stereotypical male, just discrediting a woman. I get that him and Tina may not be on good terms, but he should have played it better. Yeah, he now he's just making himself look stupid. And when I first saw it, I said, well, shoot, they divorced for a reason.
Right.
Evo Vibration said, say it loud, say it with your chest, Matt. Miss Kim says, your ex from years ago should never have you this pressed.
Because he seems pressed, honey. Pressed.
With starch.
Okay.
And Tyra, he said Latoya. He loved Latoya.
I love Latoya too. She was personally my favorite member of Destiny's Child, the original group at least. For me. But anyways. So apparently there's a burger war going on. Jennifer and I had a conversation about this about 2 or 3 hours, not 2 or 3 hours ago, but a little while ago. So it started out with the CEO of McDonald's trying out or testing. I don't know. He was eating. I use loosely eating in quotation marks, eating a new product as he described it. Not food item or a new burger, but new product that he was advertising called the Arch. Apparently, I think he said it had
Big arch.
the big arch. Apparently, it had two patties and to me, it looked like a junior Big Mac to me because it was quite small. It wasn't stacked like the Big Mac was. But anyways, he said he was going to eat it for lunch. And he now the way that y'all described the bite, I use that on quotations as well. The bite that he took out of it, it was a little bit bigger than I was expecting, but it was a rather small bite. And it didn't seem like he enjoyed it necessarily. I know one TikToker that Jennifer sent me said that he was ready to throw it up or something of that nature, ready to upchuck it. And then he did an Instagram post and said he was asked on Instagram how often he eats McDonald's, and he claimed that he eats it 4 to 5 times a week. And so then Wendy's came out, the Wendy's CEO, I believe it was.
What was Burger King next?
Oh, Burger King. Okay, so Burger King came out, and if you guys don't know, they're changing their the packaging of the Whopper. They're also using a different bun for the Whopper. The patty is the same, but the bun and the packaging is different. Instead of it being wrapped in paper, it's going to be in a box, kind of like the Big Mac is. And he tried it on camera, all that good stuff. I didn't see the Burger King video, but I know that he put it out. And then Wendy's.
Can I just show y'all the videos?
Sure.
Yes.
All right, because I know you're going through a whole lot trying to explain it all, Jonathan. Let me alleviate your pain. I'm gonna help you.
I say, why didn't I hear about this? I need to go over to that good world of Twitter.
Right.
Because y'all know those. No. Y'all know the fast food wars. Did y'all ever watch Alonzo Leron on here?
Yes.
And y'all know how they be going back and forth in the comments? They be fussing each other, the fast foods.
Right.
Listen, they be taking each other out. They be taking each other up through there. I can't wait to go look and see what they've been saying.
Bianca, are we talking about the same Alonzo Leron?
Yeah. We all look at the same. There's only one, sweetie.
Okay. That man is so fine. So
he is
fine.
He's black and Chinese or Japanese.
Yeah, he's black and Asian, and he has the most beautiful smile I've ever seen. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, there it is, our new product, the Big Arch.
Hold on, let me find it. Here it is.
Didn't make any type of dent in that thing.
That's the bite. Hold on, because so many people have created so many different
variations of it.
Yes, they made their own, and they're talking about it. I'm trying not to use one that has a whole lot of videos on. A lot of commentary on it or music. But I would find the original one. But let me just show you this.
The CEO of McDonald's just tried his own burger, and his reaction is going super viral.
All right, the moment of truth.
What the hell is even that?
That is so good.
So there's a new burger called the Arch Burger, and he was making a review trying this food. But the first weird thing is that every time he talked about it, he didn't call it a burger. He kept calling it a product. And when he take a bite out of this burger, everyone was saying he looked disgusted. And that isn't even the worst part either. The CEO has actually done multiple food reviews before, and every single time he takes a bite, the video cuts immediately. And now people are convinced that he is spitting it out.
Chris K here.
So that's for that. And here's the Burger King one, because after there was such a big hubbub about the the McDonald's one, Burger King did one.
Burger King has now entered the taste test chat. Not bad, right? Burger King's president, Tom Curtis, wanted to show what a proper bite of a burger looks like.
Only one thing missing, a napkin.
The video came after the McDonald's CEO, Chris caught heat for a reaction video he posted trying a new menu item.
The Big Arch.
People flocked to the internet to call out the CEO for his taste test being a tad insincere.
All right, moving on and moving forward. There's also one for Wendy's. The Wendy's CEO, he went through the process of actually making the burger. Hold on.
The Wendy's video is my favorite.
Wendy's is petty. They Twitter fingers is off.
I thought I'd come down to our kitchen here at Wendy's to try a Baconator today. Of course, we're starting with our Wendy's square patty, fresh, never frozen beef. Absolutely nothing better. Oh, of course, you got to have a Frosty with a burger. Is this set up today? Oh, wait, our machines are always working.
Oh,
I've been
wait.
waiting for this all day. Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef, our Applewood smoked bacon, our brand new bun, our square burger cooked on a flat grill. Amazing. Absolutely wonderful. That's a burger.
And he took more than one bite.
Exactly the way a great hamburger should be. Hi, I'm Pete.
Okay.
Yes.
And, yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone now because it's unfortunately with all the stuff going on in the world, this is the kind of stuff we need just to keep our mind off stuff and call people out because that McDonald all I can see is that SpongeBob thing where it's just taking
Squidward.
That's exactly the vision that I saw when I heard y'all describing him biting into the burger. Is Squidward's teeth being literally detached from his mouth to reach out to take a bite of the Krabby Patty, and he turned out to love it. Yeah, I still remember that episode to this day.
Right.
I love that Wendy's went petty with it and said, I wonder if this ice cream machine is working today. Oh, wait, it is. Because our machines are never down. Okay, because I've never been to Wendy's, ask for a Frosty, and them tell me that the ice cream machine was down. Never. But and that's why I don't get McFlurries, even though I think McFlurries are great. Like, I love McFlurries. McFlurries are very good. I don't know, like the fact that they whip the ice cream makes it taste so much better. But anyways, me personally, if you want to get my opinion on who I think is better, I prefer Wendy's over McDonald's and Burger King any day. For me, Burger King although I love Burger King fries when they're fresh out of the grease, I think they have the best fries fresh out of the grease, to be honest. But the Whopper just does not do it for me anymore. It's just not appetizing for me anymore. But Wendy's, like, I love
to figure that out. Why does the Whopper not taste as good as it used to?
I don't know.
I just feel like everything is so sweet on the burger. Like, it feels like real sweet. It don't taste like a burger. It's like, I'm gonna have to say, like, don't put no. I must have to just start trying things. Don't put no ketchup on it. Let me see.
I was just gonna say, I think it's the ketchup. They have sweet ketchup.
Yeah, but for me, like, most of the time when I go to Wendy's, I get the junior bacon cheeseburger with no cheese. But I also love the Dave single. I love the thickness of the patty on the single, and it's a burger to me. And for me, that is the best burger on the market, is the Dave single. It's just perfect, and they don't skim on the mayonnaise, because I if you're going to give me some condiments, be sure that I can detect that they're actually in the burger and be able to taste the condiments. And Wendy's puts plenty of mayo on that Dave single, plenty of mayo on, not as much mayo on the junior bacon, but they put some mayonnaise on that thing, honey. And it is amazing. And so that's my thoughts. Jennifer, what are your thoughts on this whole thing that's going on? If you want to give us your preference on out of the three, let us know.
I think it's hilarious. Just the whole thing with the McDonald's and how he took that man don't eat that food.
He don't.
And for him to lie to the people of God and say that he eats McDonald's three times a week, you are MF and lie.
MF and lie. That's it.
You a whole MF and lie. Because ain't no way. And then we were talking about it, and we were saying that if he all of a sudden put out a video where he's actually eating it's like that, it would have to be a 5-star menu. He would have been having some Wagyu, everything made stupid fresh, none of the real product that he was talking about. Well, I'll tell you,
none of the product he's actually slinging himself.
And the way, and for you to just call the food product, it's disassociating yourself from the experience. You're talking like a CEO rather than somebody that's here to enjoy the meal that's in front of you.
Right. I think the McDonald's CEO is one of them bosses who would send an underling on undercover boss. He ain't gonna do it himself. He ain't gonna do it himself.
Because he's a robot.
Okay, but that Wendy's president, he going in there. He going in there, bad wig and all, because they have the worst wigs on undercover boss. The worst.
Sure do. They don't spend no money on that. But yes, it really is. It shows how us as consumers, we want to see that you are about your craft. And if you're over here talking to the people that's supposed to be eating your food and you're referring to it as the analyst, the person that's over all of it, as a like as a product, that's kind of sad. And on top of that, he needs to fire everybody on his media team, because anybody that saw that and be like, yeah, this is good, that's good, let's put this all out,
It'll work.
This is good, then people's gonna love it, they're gonna want to do it. No. So yeah, I enjoy the wars. It's very fun. Yeah. Oh, there's also big news. Okay. I
Really?
saw that on the Burger King thing. They're talking about revamping their chicken nuggets because they're trash and have been trash since 1976.
I've never had Burger King chicken nuggets.
And
Never.
don't get them.
Now, I do like Burger King's onion rings, but mainly for the zesty sauce that comes with it. That zesty sauce is fire.
I only eat the onion rings for the zesty sauce because their onion rings are not on point.
They're typically not. They're typically not crispy. A lot of times they're kind of limp. Well, not kinda. They are very
Kinda. they disappointing.
Okay. Bianca, what are your thoughts on the burger wars, honey? And what is your preference?
Neither. Now, Jen, you ain't just have to eat me up like that. Where you at? You ain't just have to eat me up like that. I don't appreciate that.
What happened?
But I see what my manager was telling me now. Thank you very much.
What?
When you said he referred to his
to his product?
I refer to our apartments as units. And sometimes people be like, I don't know what was that. And I'm like, if I say you moving into unit 4103, what else could I be talking about? But she was like, that's behind the scenes. You have to say apartment to the consumers. I'm like,
When someone says unit, that's what I'm thinking.
To be honest, I would not
don't.
be confused by the word unit. That's oh, okay, girl.
That's what I thought. But no, but that's how they look at it. So I had to train myself into stop saying unit and say apartment. So hopefully, they all get used to saying product 1, product 2, product 3.
Okay.
Maybe that's where they came from. But yeah, as far as the favorite, I don't really eat too many fast food burgers. Like if I go to McDonald's, it's typically only for the fries, and I'll go to Wendy's and get a Frosty and dip the fries in the Frosty. For Wendy's, I enjoy their chili, and I enjoy their chicken nuggets. And then Burger King, I do their chicken fries.
I've never had Burger King.
I don't like their
fries.
chicken nuggets.
Okay.
Burger King chicken nuggets, they're not even as good as like regular Tyson nuggets. Like
Tyson nuggets, they juicy.
Tyson nuggets are good, right? Like Burger King need to call somebody and say, hey, Tyson, how do y'all do nuggets again? Because Burger King nuggets are like pieces of rubber.
And they flat,
soggy, sad.
Not no crisp.
Not that's why you're able to get 10 for 5 or something like that,
Right.
You can really get a lot of them.
Yeah. But their chicken fries are really crispy and they're very flavorful.
I'm gonna have to try their chicken fries one day.
But they talking about, revamping the chicken nuggets. So I really hope that they do something about that, because their chicken nuggets are literal trash nuggets.
And I changed my mind. Wendy's won. And let me tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because if y'all go into that good Kroger or that Publix or that Walmart and grab that good Wendy's bacon off the shelf. I tried it for the first time 2 nights ago. We made blackened chicken sandwiches, and DJ got to frying up the bacon because I saw it in the store and I was like, oh, they sell their Applewood bacon.
I had no idea they did that. I had no idea.
It's new. I looked it up. They started in November of last year.
Oh, okay.
And I guess it just hit this side of town. Y'all, that bacon was so good.
You know what they're doing.
Okay, they do. Absolutely.
Tyrone says, La Baguette. He also says Burger King burger still has the wrapper on it and it's in the box. Yeah, the Whopper's in a box now. Like the
like the Big Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say I don't remember them being in a box.
They're in the box now. Miss Kim says I miss the burger war. I only eat at Five Guys and Culver's Burgers. Look at here, Fancy Dancy.
I'm with her. I eat at places like that Burger Spot and stuff like that. If I want a burger, I never go to any of those places for burgers.
It's just that the burgers aren't the best. That's for sure.
I will say Five Guys. I used to love going to Five Guys.
The Culver's around here. Go ahead.
I used to love going to Five Guys all the time, but I don't know what it is, but they're just don't seem to be as good as they used to, as I remember them being.
It don't taste like it tasted, Jonathan.
Okay.
When we were going there right before or after the movies at that Regal in the Sand Hills. It don't taste like it was. It didn't taste like that.
I don't know what changed. I have no idea. Jonathan? I have no idea. I really
tell me now.
Did y'all used to go to the exact same one every time?
Typically, yes.
Maybe the chef changed.
That could be it. That could be it. But
or the way that they did it, I don't know. But it was just something about the burger that just it was tasted better. All I know is that it costs a lot more.
A lot more.
And then when I eat the burger, I'm like,
I'm not satisfied.
Tastes a lot less.
Oh, right. Exactly. That's it, Bianca. Cost more, taste less. Okay. That's it.
What happened? And to be honest with you, the burgers that I actually approve of these days are the ones that we make in our backyard.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Those are the only ones right now, because when I eat a burger, I want to taste beef.
And a lot of times when I order burgers at restaurants, I'm typically not happy with them. I have to say, like a lot of times when I order burgers at restaurants, I typically don't like them.
Yeah, that's why I stopped, because I know I'm not going to get what I'm looking for when I'm doing that. And like, do you know they're shutting down Red Robin all over the place?
That's sad.
That makes my heart sad. But even there, I'm getting the fish plate. They have a really good. They have a really good surf and turf kind of like situation. It was good. Tyrone says, I love it when Wendy's gets petty. It's hilarious. Absolutely. She is a petty gal. The Tyrone says the BK ketchup is by Heinz. They're doing something, because everything just tastes that Whopper tastes sweeter. Maybe even the bread. I don't know. But Unveiled Vibration says McDonald's CEO is a whole vegetarian. He might be. Maybe that might be the issue, because I promise you, he don't eat that stuff. Miss Kim says, I follow Wendy's on Threads, and they throw so much shade. A guy was complaining about his paycheck being cut because of his child support, and Wendy's response was, do you need a job?
Yikes.
Wendy's is crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, they the best.
They are.
They spend the right money on
the right things,
media stuff.
Yeah.
Unveiled Vibration says my favorite burger from my favorite burger is from Whataburger, the patty melt. He does love himself a Whataburger patty melt.
I haven't been there since I went to Texas years ago, and they just built one in Fayetteville. Yeah, I might go there for lunch tomorrow.
They got one in Marietta and all that stuff. So we drop by there every once in a while. He does love himself some Whataburger. And they got some good, Jonathan. They got some good onion rings.
I'll have to try their onion rings, because I wasn't the biggest fan of their food, to be honest. I mean, it's a burger. I'd say it's better than McDonald's.
I think they did it all that well. I feel like we came there too early.
Okay.
Maybe they needed some time to get used to making the meals.
Who knows?
Because there was a brand new one right around the corner from Jonathan. Bianca. We went there, and it was like,
You went all in.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. I was disappointed for sure. Their fries were okay, I guess, but nothing to write home about.
But yeah, it could be better. And Tyrone says Red Robin has the best sit-in burgers. Yeah,
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I get the same burger every time.
Did I get you? I got everything. Okay.
All right, y'all. Ladies, I'll give y'all a choice as to what our last topic will be. Do you want to talk about Stefon Diggs being released from the Patriots, or do you want to talk about Monique coming out and sort of kind of saying that Stacey had nothing to do with all that drama going on with Chris Samuels? Okay, Jennifer, do you have a preference? Okay, yeah, Jennifer don't care. Anyways, so Monique from the Real Housewives of Potomac came out not long after the third part of the 10th season reunion was released on this past Sunday, I believe. And she came out to say, because during the actual third part of the reunion, she played a recording of her child asking her who Stacey was, I believe so. That's what is being alleged that was said during the recording because they didn't air it. I don't know why they couldn't. I don't know why I couldn't air it, but anyways,
because he wouldn't sign the consent for the kids to film.
I figured that would have been the case. Thank you so much for that, Bianca. So Monique came out and completely vindicated Stacey, saying that she did not believe that Stacey was saying these things to Chris at all. She did not think that Stacey had a vendetta against her. And so I'm so glad that Monique came out and said that, because I personally did not believe that Stacey went back and told Chris what Monique was saying, because Stacey's never been that type of girl. She's never been that type of girl to be about the drama. If anytime Stacey gets up, or has something to say, it's because she's responding to something that someone is saying to her. So she's never been that girl. I personally believe that it was Kiana that went back and probably told Cookie, and then maybe it was Cookie who told Chris, because Kiana was the one that actually brought it up to Giselle, Ashley, and Tia, that Stacey was the one that told Chris what Monique had said. So I personally believe that it was Kiana, because I don't see Giselle doing that. I don't see Ashley. Well, it might have been Ashley too. Who knows? I'm not sure. It definitely could have been Ashley. But that's who I believe. I believe it was Kiana, because Kiana had something against Stacey since the beginning of the season. And that's what I'm believing. But I'm so happy that Monique came out and vindicated Stacey, let her know she does not believe that it was Stacey, because again, I don't believe that's part of Stacey's nature. Stacey's never been that type of girl whatsoever. So it is what it is. Jennifer, I have a feeling you have no thoughts on this. So do you want me to just go straight to Bianca?
No, I would like to speak first.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Jennifer.
I don't have any opinions on this. And no, but I did want to make sure that I quote our dear friend Cardi B about the Stefon Diggs stuff.
Okay.
Good luck. Okay, do you know what that means? Okay.
Well, they're not together anymore, right?
Yeah. So what happened on the Super Bowl, right? When they asked Cardi B about, making it through the Super Bowl or winning or whatever, Cardi B said, "Good luck." You can tell that she had recently made a decision to move on and move forward with life.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since she said that, good luck, everything has gone downhill. And it makes my heart happy. Wow. Real quick, Miss Kim says Stefon Diggs better hope another team picks him up, because he had 5 babies last year.
5 of them, child. 5 of them, Miss Kim.
And he also has that assault charge that he's...
And I have a feeling that that assault charge might be one of the reasons he was let go. Because a lot of times NFL teams don't like that type of stuff going on.
I heard it was money.
Yeah, that's what the Patriots said it was. They said that they released him because they wanted to save money. Bianca, what are your thoughts? Because I know you into this whole Housewives of Potomac thing.
Well, I want to go to the digs first, because I didn't know anything about this. So
okay.
My comments aren't going to be lengthy, but when did they break up? Where I been?
Oh, you didn't know, girl? Okay, so let me tell you what happened. My sister in Christ. So what had happened during the Super Bowl, Stefon Diggs wanted his cheer-ins at the Super Bowl that he was playing in. Mm-hmm. Of course, right? This is a really big situation, and I want my kids to be able to be there. So Stefon Diggs' mother, agreed to bring the kids there, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the many baby mothers felt the need to be there as well. So he bought tickets for the mother. And this particular mother is the same mother that's been sowing dissension into the blogs and the social medias, basically saying that their relationship between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs is a farce. So there were pictures of him, like taking pictures, like, you know, not hugged up, but, you know, close or whatever. And I would take it as disrespect. And apparently Cardi B took it as disrespect as well. So she was done. I'm not sure if it was before I believe it was before the Super Bowl was even like finished. She unfollowed him and everything. So everybody took it as they're not together anymore. And it was true. When that person, the press person, basically asked about Stefon Diggs and, you know, like how things gonna do. She says, good luck. That special kind of good luck that I don't care what the F go on.
Right.
You know, whatever.
I don't give a damn.
Basically.
Frankly, my dear.
And since that good luck, we've heard that he's been trying to get back in her good graces and things of that nature. But it's kind of bad when you have a messy situation, okay, but you don't know how to draw the boundary lines
right
with these other women that are trying to put themselves in. He didn't do that well at all. So she freed herself like, my tooth is about to.
I thought you was going to say like Fantasia.
I got you.
You did. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Bianca.
Miss Kim says he's got several court cases pending. Yeah, it's too much going against him. The only thing she gave him, only thing great that I believe he gave her was that baby. And I want to make sure I put it on record. I did put that dream out before the baby sex. I did have the dream that it was a baby boy, and that boy is going to be Mensa coded, a genius, and he's going to be really interested in Star Wars and everything of the stars and things of that nature. That's going to be just a really great blessing. She wouldn't even be able to be mad at Stefon. I know she loved her kids, real hard, but she gonna really love her baby,
and she can take care of them. I just do have a comment. Let me tell you something, because Stefon Diggs and his other baby mamas, they weren't messing around, right? Like during him and Cardi.
I hadn't heard rumors of them messing around. I hadn't heard scuttlebutt of them
I don't think they were messing around. And the reason why I believe that is because most hoes that's still messing around with that man stay quiet because they're happy that they're getting something from him. The hoes that reach out and try to defame what's going on with the man at that moment currently, they have a little bit too much time on their hands because they ain't got they're not being
no time with him.
Exactly. So I do believe that they weren't doing anything, and I think that's helped in making the women so vindictive.
Okay, so that's why I wanted to know before I made my comment, and this legit thing. Stupid. If me and this man ain't together, right? And you know he has to have your child a percentage of the time, he has to be in your care. You would hope that the woman that he's with take care of her kids, can take care of your kids, and love on your children. And by being Cardi B, baby, your kids gonna have whatever they want, because I don't think she'll treat any of the kids unfairly. You stupid for fumbling that bag. Just dumb.
Okay.
So that's all I got to say on that. On the Housewives, Jonathan, I don't know why you are so happy that Monique came out, because that's Monique's character. Monique is my girl. I told you I ride for my Monique now. If she finds out anything wrong, she is going to be the first one to apologize and say, you know what? I was out of pocket. I did this. This is the part that I can take in it, y'all, and I'm sorry. Now, going back to what you said about you thinking it's Kay, I hope not. I hope not, because Kay pop off. And what we don't want to do is have her tap into that old Monique spirit. And then old Monique come back and say, get your hand out my face. Get your hand out my face. Why pack it? Because we already know that Kay ain't got no hands.
No, she don't.
Got bust upside the head with a bottle and that
little
Muppet
girl.
Now knock your behind out and you press charges. The Muppet.
The Muppet, exactly.
We've seen Monique hands. So we know she'll take you up through there. So you might not want to be the person who carried this news.
Bianca, do you have an idea of who would have done it? Do you think it was Stacey who went back to Chris and told him what Monique was saying? Or do you think it was someone else?
I don't know, because it could have been Cookie too. Like you said, that was a very great theory.
Right, but the thing is, Cookie was not present while Monique was at they were at the Pride event, and the girls were asking Monique how is she doing now that she's been divorced and all that good stuff, and she started saying the things about the fact that Chris, when she told Chris that he would never enter her again and all this good stuff, Cookie was not there for that conversation. So that's why I feel as though it was Kiana, because I don't think it was Giselle. It could have been Ashley. It could have been Ashley. I don't think it was Tia. I definitely don't think it was Angel. I don't think it was any other. Stacey's never been that type of girl to do that type of stuff. So
now Stacey told Wendy what Karen said, and Karen didn't do nothing to her now.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is very true. So yeah,
and she was messing around and dating Chris. She's admitted to it on the producer's cam.
Right, she did do that, but to do something messy like that, like go to Chris and tell him what Monique said, like Stacey's never been a messy type of girl. Yes, she did tell Wendy what Karen told her, but
no, I think you're right. I really think you're right. I think it may have possibly been Kiana. I'm telling you, that was a good thing you dropped there, because the only reason why I think Stacey wouldn't do that is because clearly they watched the seasons. And going back to Kay, she just slow. But Stacey think about what she's gonna do and what she's gonna say. And Stacey ain't gonna bust a grape. So to start that type of smoke with Monique, and she know Monique will take her down through there.
Right.
I don't think that she would have did it either. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. And when Monique put that out, she said she don't think Stacey had anything to do with it, but she did say who she think did.
And who was that, Bianca? Because I didn't catch that.
No, I said she didn't say who she thinks.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly.
I think she's gonna say that for next season.
Probably. She got that in her back pocket. Thank y'all so much for joining us for this live. Bianca, why don't you share with the good folks at home your social media contacts real quick?
Bianca Edwards everywhere, y'all.
All right, Genesita, go ahead.
Oh Lord. But before you go, we do have comments, so just want to remind you of that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
My name is Jennifer. Prophetic Fire Reiki, that's me. I'm on YouTube on Mondays, every single Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm also Prophetic Fire Reiki on TikTok, as well as Instagram.
That's it. Make sure you guys follow us with Faithful Warrior Ministries every single Saturday morning at 10-ish a.m. We go live every Saturday at 10-ish a.m. to do a little devotional reading, do a little bit of chit chat, and of course, as always, a little bit of prayer as well. So come join us every Saturday at 10-ish a.m. With the Faithful Warrior Ministries family. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $JonathanLee07. That's $JonathanLee07. Did you? I can't even remember. Did you read the comments, Jennifer? Before you?
No.
Okay. So go. If you could read the comments for us before we get on out of here.
Miss Kim says Cardi put roots on that good luck.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I am wholeheartedly in agreement. I mean, she didn't have to do much, but yeah. And she also said
slow.
She also said they say Cardi is a daughter of Okosi. Google it, and I did. Okosi is a children of Okosi is basically in the Yoruba / Santeria tradition. Are characterized as intuitive, intelligent, and focused, often valuing their independence and solitude. As children of Orisha of the hunt, justice, strategy. They are known to be calm, analytical, precise, but can act swiftly when necessary. That's what I googled there. But I know for sure Cardi is very spiritual, and I know she talks to her spiritual anchors a whole lot. And I'm not surprised that things went the way it went for I'm not surprised at all things went the way it went for him. Sometimes people don't realize that some of the people that you connect to are the reason why you still moving.
Right. Absolutely. Well, thank y'all once again so much for joining us for this live. Be sure to join me on Monday at 6 p.m. for my live 90 Day Fiance review with Dustin Butler. Also be on the lookout for my Survivor review as well. Love you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces for another Hot Topics and Social Commentary Live. Once again, love you guys for watching. Have a wonderful night. See you later. Bye.
Bye.